The workshop was fire, let me tell you right now. So like Rees really brings it. Like every time I listen to her speak, it's just so motivational.
I thought the workshop was super dope. I really enjoyed seeing the kids like listening and learning, and the ones who I saw them like getting a lot out of it. I thought it was amazing.
It was awesome. I mean, it had lots of very relevant, real information. The kids were super engaged and like seemed like their eyes were really opened to, you know, the realities of what it is like to be an entrepreneur and how finances work once you are able to start, you know, working or needing credit.
My favorite part was when we were learning about language of money and going through all the steps of how it is and how we can do it when we grow up.
I think I really like some of the aspects you touched on regarding the social emotional, the social capital, because now I found more terms to address certain situations with, and it just was really informational and very like educational in a sense.
So the workshop was super duper engaging. The kids were in it, paying attention the entire time and like actually writing down all of your prompts, and you really made them think about things they've never had to think about before, like where did their opinion on what money is and how it should be spent, where did that come from, what was that origin, and that really got a lot of their wheels turning as to like what got them where they are today. And then they also thought about their future, because you brought up the whole credit report versus grade report, and I think that was a great way to relate it in a way they could understand, because their grades and their financial grades are one and the same. So that was a fantastic tie-in, and I think it really made sense to all of them.
Biggest takeaway was the things that it sparked in my own brain, of my own insecurities that I'm kind of battling with, and the fear of transferring, and yeah, I don't know, just like I said, a nice motivation to push through it and keep going.
Most of the stuff I'm not gonna learn through like family members and my parents. Most of this stuff is probably never gonna get taught to me, and getting taught it today and the days before is going to be a big help for my future.
I think the kids seeing how much their dreams, how much it costs to maintain that lifestyle, and also how the game of credit is worked. I mean, there's a lot of injustices in that system, and that was made very clear in the presentation, but the reality of it and how to operate it and how increasing your knowledge will help to benefit you in playing that game was made very well apparent.
But yeah, this really actually helped me out and really gave me the knowledge I need.
I believe it was very informative. The presentation included a lot of important topics that are not taught in school, that a lot of young people don't know.
For me, the biggest takeaway was remembering that what you put into your job every day should not have anything to do with what you get paid. You should be putting in that same 110%, and you should just be a hard worker, and that should just be a core value versus depending on what your paycheck is and how many zeros you have in it.
And I just really appreciated the knowledge I got from it regarding those aspects, and just how you put it is like you are the bag, you know, like you got this in a sense, and I just really felt empowered.
My biggest takeaways was genuinely the money literacy versus comprehension versus like application. I never even thought about it like that, so it was just a great way to like have another way to explain it to the students. And even
my biggest takeaway was that students need this kind of education, so there was a lot of question marks for them that got answered today.
Yes, I actually learned more, I feel more confident, I feel more prepared.
Very interactive, very informative, very well broken down, especially for young folks that don't really know what half of the language means, and so being able to kind of break it down into smaller bits and explaining it better was a great way to get that through to them, I believe.
Coach Rees has taught me more than I have learned in my own business classes at PLU.
My biggest takeaway is that I can live up to my dream and nobody can stop me.
Students? Anytime. Coach Rees is always welcome.
of course, 100%.
Absolutely.
Oh, 1,000,000%. If I could have had twice as much time, I would have taken it, and I think the kids would have too. I think they would have stayed engaged 2 days through, so.
Awesome.
In a heartbeat.
Yes, she did a phenomenal job.
Yes, most definitely.
Absolutely. They are very helpful, and doing them for other students could possibly help them grow their future as well.
Yeah, no, I definitely would. You could feel the passion, and don't know if you would cut it out or not, but it wasn't cheesy. You know, it was great.
Oh, absolutely. Like, this would perfectly be a quarterly thing if we can have her back every quarter. Year-end event, fall welcome, winter welcome. Students would love to have her back. We would love to have her back. And definitely the whole motivational piece on top of the educational piece is a full package, and you got to have Rees. You are the bag.